Hey everyone, Shadow9 here from Meta of Smash, bringing you a brand new video. Today I'm bringing you guys my Level 2 Samus and Dark Samus guide. If you haven't seen Level 1, I highly recommend you go and watch that first to get an understanding of neutral, punish options, and more. In this guide, I'm going to be covering jab resets, kill confirms, and more. So without further ado, let's get started. So first I want to talk about jab resets. Starting off with a simple but reliable one, down throw to neutral air to jab once your opponent lands will reset them. From here you have a lot of options. You can either shoot charge shot, use up tilt, down smash, or forward smash. Now I would recommend going for either up tilt or charge shot. Charge shot for damage, up tilt for possible follow-ups like another charge shot to get even more damage. Now you can also use this option without the down throw. A falling neutral air can lead into an up tilt, a jab, then up tilt again to a charge shot or an aerial. Again, charge shot will max out your damage, and an aerial may lead to another punish option like another aerial. Use either option really depending on your situation and however you want to adapt to it. Now next is a slightly less consistent but very strong option nonetheless. Down throw to raw strong hit back air can lead to a jab once you land quickly, mainly out of a fast fall, and slowly move towards your opponent, hitting them with jab. After that, up tilt can lead into a charge shot and give you almost 80% in damage. It's important to note that these resets are viable only at low percents. Now the neutral air based resets will last longer than the raw back air setup, and also if your opponent techs the starting hit, either neutral air or back air, the reset won't work. However, it's easier to tech the back air setup than the neutral air setup, so it's better to go for those more often than the back air setup. But still use both of them kind of in tandem depending on your situation or if you want to mix up your opponent. Now next, down air can actually reset opponents at low percents, mainly after catching their hitting the ground animation. Now you obviously, if they tech, you can't land this, so it's a risky option, but it can still be used in some situations. However, even if you are at the point where down air launches them off the ground instead, you can still catch their landing with a jab to reset them if they're at low enough percent where they don't go too high. And one more thing, uncharged charge shot can actually reset opponents as an alternative to jab. Perhaps you're out of range or something like that, neutral B can reset them and allow you to punish with a charge shot or related option. However, this option is a lot slower than jab and might not be as consistent. Again, it depends on your situation and how you choose to respond, but definitely keep it in mind when going for jab resets. But that does it for her jab resetting options. Next, I want to cover Samus's kill confirms, starting with down air confirms, which can be very versatile. First up is going to be down air to strong hit back air. This will kill starting around 75% for mid-weights at ledge and can be very consistent. Next is down air to charge shot or reverse charge shot depending on which side you're facing. Either way, it can easily nab you a kill or just rack up damage for a kill. Another two that go hand in hand are bomb to charge shot and bomb to up tilt. Bomb to charge shot on stage or at ledge can kill very well and is very consistent. Bomb to up tilt kills slightly later but is also consistent if you space it properly. It's also important to note that you should wait for the bomb to hit your opponent before using your second option. With charge shot, it can actually reduce the knockback given if you hit the bomb and charge shot at the same time. Up tilt is a little more forgiving, but there's still the chance of just spiking them onto the stage instead of hitting them towards the blast zone. So be patient, practice the timing, and after a while it'll just become habit. Following that, falling up air can lead into an early hit up tilt or up smash. Both will kill in different directions. It's important that you fast fall as to not let them land at the same time that you do. If you fast fall, you can keep them just far up enough to catch them in whichever option you choose, which will remain consistent for a long time at high percents and can be a good way to clear out a stock. Now using mid to low charged neutral B, you can actually land a forward smash by chasing your opponent after landing the shot. Landing tipper forward smash will give you the best results, and it's best to practice the timing / spacing for this. It can be a very useful way, though, to land a kill at higher percents, so practice this a lot. Now for a slightly unconventional option, Zair to forward smash can actually kill at higher percents with proper spacing. If you land the middle to ending hit of Zair, not the back hit of course. You can lead into a forward smash to kill or just knock them off stage. Usually killing though, since that's kind of the goal. Slightly towards the end of the Zair will make it easier to hit the strong hit of forward smash. Now this isn't an option you should be using all the time due to the slightly lower consistency rate of it, but it's still something to keep in mind. Finally, a simple one, down throw to back air, which can kill at early high percents. Now it does involve reading your opponent's DI, but if they DI away from you in any way, you should be able to land a back air in some form. If they DI in, they may have higher chances of getting out, but you can still react before they attempt to punish you. But that does it for her most consistent kill confirms. Now a side note from something that I actually missed in level 1 that a lot of you pointed out in the comments was a confirm with forward air that I actually forgot to mention. So here it is. Down throw to fair from underneath a platform opposite on a platform stage, and dragging them over to the other platform can lead into an up tilt if they land on the platform. This up tilt will allow you to get an option like a jump charge shot or another aerial, all of which can land a lot of damage for you, or just a way to get them off stage, or just really anything you want. But that's the kind of little setup that I forgot to mention. Also, if you don't land the up tilt, that's okay. You can still punish with a forward air, dash attack if they go too far, or you can just retreat, disengage, and just take the damage for what you can get. But that does it. Finally, I want to cover when you should be using certain types of side B, or missiles. Super missiles should be mainly used at longer distances to pressure, force options out of shield like a jump or a roll, which you can then punish, and they can also be used to cover ground off stage to limit your opponent's recovery. Finally, they can be used in unison with charge shot to break shields. Now as for regular missiles, they should be used if your opponent is at an angle above you, like on a platform or just in general. They can also knock back projectiles like Snake's grenades quickly if you don't want to spend a charge shot to send something back. They can also be used to quickly space or stop an approaching opponent and open them up for a punish or a chance for you to escape. Finally, something to note is only 2 regular missiles or 1 super missile can be on screen at a time. All in all, it's important to be able to recognize when you should be using different types and in what situations. It's important to practice this and just be aware of when you should be using the different types and how to go on from there and incorporate that into your gameplay, and who knows, maybe it could change the tide of a game. And that does it for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a like, and be sure to subscribe, bell icon included, so you don't miss a single video here at Meta of Smash. Also be sure to join the Discord in the description below if you'd like to speak to me directly about anything you'd like to know. And hopefully we'll see you in the next video.